My name is Javier de Jesus. I'm an architect and urban designer in Puerto Rico. Sustainable City Design Academy became for us an experience to actually, first of all, have a peer review of what we're being performing as an office. We are an interdisciplinary office, so we have economists, we have sociologists, we have people from the anthropological component, so we try to make comprehensive understanding and strategies. So presenting here to expert people that are actually performing particular projects in their offices and location gave us the opportunity to exchange strategies and approaches, particularly in three main areas. First of all, how to become more responsible in community engagement strategies, particularly trying to approach from a very, very different way, just not making them aware, but making them active in the development and the performance of the project. I think second, it's how can we get an understanding of how to organize government and private sector. How can we make great public-private alliances that actually are able not just to do good buildings, but to actually make the regenesis of the cities. And third, I think the most important of all, it's how can we engage other people that are not necessarily close to the people and institutions, that are not necessarily in our location, to understand what we're doing and how can we retrofit and how can we offer feedback to other municipalities and other sectors in our country. I think our understanding of sustainability became actually broader and in depth after the Sustainable Cities Design Academy. It's about social, it's about cultural, it's about natural, and about built escapes. There is a sociologist an anthropologist named Arjuna Padurai, which is our, he's like our reference all the time. He's a great guy, and he's been talking about sustainability from very different aspects. I think we just confirmed after this Sustainable City Design Academy in New Orleans that we have to, it has to go further than natural environments, it has to be further than landscape architecture. We have to understand society as a living component. So I think after this we confirm and we are certain that we are on the right track and performing our project. I think the major impact of us coming here is actually to become aware of ways of intervening in the city that as architects we are not necessarily trained. We are trained to build buildings, but we are buildings that are actually in the cities, but not necessarily to understand the city as a living thing. I think what we get from this session, from this academy, is the fact that cities are living components. Even we have steel components, there are people who live in there. So we have to, after this academy, we are more conscious and we are committed to actually engage into process of placemaking, of city making, but not necessarily from the position that we traditionally come from. I think our team has the aha moment after we were able to communicate the complexity of the project. That was the first aha. It was difficult for us to communicate the different levels of complexity in actually getting our project implemented. We just recently finished the planning phase and governmental component, the private component, and we as consultants, we're dealing with the difficulties of how do you move from planning to implementation. So I think the moment that the team realized that we were at the crossroads of actually deciding what it's the first project, we became with a strategy of actually talking about software and hardware, the city. So at the moment that we were discussing, for example, the first project to be constructed, it's going to be a library. It's a library that's going to be engaging the university with the community. But we know that that project is going to take at least 36 months in order to get the drawings finished, the project built. So we decided that we have to program the city with book fairs, trying to engage the site with the future program so that people identify these places, not just with buildings, but with activities. So that, I think that was a moment in which the team realized that in order to perform, in order to start implementing the project, it's not about construction. It's actually about leaving the spaces and placemaking before we actually build the projects.